Hello everybody and welcome back to Rusty Acres. Just going to jump into the Zeta tractor here, get the engine started, and we're going to go over to where I've put the tanker, over at the cows feeding area. So yeah, we actually do have quite a bit of milk. We need to sell all the milk today. The price is actually quite good. Actually we can afford to have the time at times 15, so we'll keep it at that. And yeah, see how much we can make. We're pretty much now just waiting for the crops to ripen so that we can start the harvest. It's going to be a pretty big harvest. We have loads of carrots and loads of triticale, both of which are big fields. I think actually the triticale field has ended up being larger, but both are pretty good. Yeah, because the triticale field is basically 3 fields put together, so that's kind of expected. Anyway, yeah, we can see what we can get the bank account balance to today. At some point I do need to clear up this mess because we can get stuck on that, surprisingly. Bit of a tight squeeze here. That's why it's nice to have a smaller tractor like this one. Okay, so we'll get this filled up. And yeah, I know that I've put the time to times 30 now. There we go. We have 27,000 litres, which is more than one load. In fact, it's more than 2 loads. This is going to be very good. Current price is, for anybody interested, and providing I can find it. Ah, it's actually stopped. 2769. That was actually increasing before. Okay. Always fun. Yes, I'm just going to move that loading wagon. I'm not going to keep trying to reverse the dolly because it's just not going to happen. So whilst I'm here, we'll get this started up. Obviously this is far too big for the tractor, but it's fine because it is just such a tiny amount that we're going to pick up here. That is full speed. Wouldn't want to be doing a field. There we go. Okay, and then we can empty it. Oh, they have quite a bit of manure, which does need to be sold before the end of the series. So yeah, I might as well go and put this in the yard. I was going to keep it there, but as it turns out, it's just going to be a nuisance. Let's see how hard it is to reverse a pretty big loading wagon with a small tractor. I would have thought it might be easier just because the tractor is smaller. Yeah, definitely easier. Okay, should be okay there, hopefully. How did I do? Oh, it's not quite in enough. Go a bit further. There we go. Right, finally, let's get back to the milk. This is how it should be anyway. A turning circle for convenience, to make it easier, when we have the dolly. It's actually very well thought out. I like the idea. Oh, look, the old combine in there. The combine from FS19. I think it might have been in 11 as well. Possibly. It's so funny as well because I was looking at a few screenshots of the older farming simulators and they always don't seem that different. Obviously 08 and 09 were pretty different, but like 11, 13 and 15, they don't feel that different to these ones. The newest one, for example, 19. But yeah, when you look back, they are so different. So much has changed. This is impressive. It's like when they publish a new game, it sort of feels like a very similar game, but there's not a huge difference. Until you go back to the previous version, then you realise how much has changed. Like when you go back a year later or whatever. It's impressive. Right, so somehow I need to reverse this again. Luckily, the sell point isn't too picky, so it sort of lets me off a bit. Although probably not that much. There we go. So I'm going to continue doing this. We're just going to find out what this first payment is. Somehow I'm being pushed. Yes, it's put me out of the trigger. There we go. So that was 9,000 plus whatever this is. I think it's about 20-something thousand pounds a load. 13, yeah, so it is, it's 20-something thousand. Very good. Right, let's get the rest of it sold, and then we can move on. Right, this is going to be the final load, 4,614 litres, which means they are producing it pretty quickly. So I think I estimated it to be about 2,500 litres remaining. So that's very good. Yeah, what a performance that final load was, trying to get it into the trigger. Yeah, I hate dollies, I really do. I'm sure they're very good at turning in very tight areas though, because you can pretty much go back on yourself. But yeah, to reverse, for me at least, they are a bit of a pain. But again, practice makes perfect, and they're probably easier in real life. Well, no, they are easy in real life. I have actually reversed one, and it was not super easy, but it wasn't as hard as what this seems to be. So, yeah. Right. Let's just get this sold. We're pretty much wearing the track out here. What a heavy tyre mark. And yeah, I'm going to have to try and reverse again. It's funny, when you're going forwards, it doesn't actually let you sell it. Oh, that's what I should have been doing. I should have just been going out the gate every time. And then just... Yeah, I think I did this the first load. That was the best way. Yeah. As long as it gets into the trigger. Yeah, there we go. So, we have over £100,000. This is very, very good. I've been saying this all along though, it feels like we haven't been making any progress, but then you've got to wait for these things to happen. This milk has been a long time in production. It's probably off by now. Right, okay, let's just get back to the farm. Actually, this can just stay at the trigger. I don't think it's going to be too long until we sell some more, because the cows are doing really well. There is a cow on the poop. It has climbed its own mountain. Well, don't think I'd ever be tempted to climb a pile of poo, but there you go. Easily pleased. This is where I'm talking about. Just pop it here. I probably should actually take this opportunity to check their water level. Yep, they could do with some. But they don't seem to consume it that quickly. Yeah, everything's good. As for the sheep, just the cleanliness. But yeah, they are producing wool. It was the cows, really. The cows were the money makers for this series. So, we do need to prepare the combine. It's not going to be needed here. This is the carrot field. So let's take this twin screw over to the field in preparation. Yes, I do. I still have the combine header from the New Holland. It seems to work well. Okay. Trying to squeeze in. Actually, I really need to sort stuff out here. Today's vote is going to be about this tractor. Do we sell it? Or do we keep it? Should we just get the money from it? This is the Fendt Favorite 615. For now, let's just pop it over here. There we go. And yeah, this tractor needs to be converted back to have some standard wheels. I did just increase the volume of the tractors a little bit, I know many of my viewers were saying it was fine, but I just thought in editing the tractors were still a tiny bit too quiet, so I've just ever so slightly increased the volume. Anyway, yeah, these carrots are looking good. I think they might have grown a bit more since the previous episode where we killed off the weeds. This twin screw, because it's just on a set of tracks, can pretty much just turn on the spot. I think it might actually be a 0 turn. It's just like a Challenger. So the Challenger tracks. I like it. Oh no, no! Driving on the crops, destroying the crops. You fool! It's not good for your yields. Haven't got much choice here though. It's a bit tight. Ah dear. There we go. Yes, of course. The header does tend to follow, but not when you turn quite so tight. Not bad. Very impressive. The triticale's looking good. I don't think it needs anything. We did the pH, we did the fertiliser. So because I'm using precision farming, it should be all fine. I believe so. So really, we're just waiting. I think I'm actually going to take the header into the field with the tractor. It's going to be easier. We'll get the Massey Ferguson back, we'll put the other wheels back on it. And I think we're just going to rest, because the crop should be ready in the morning. Just go over here. And yeah, we've already had weeds, so the weeds shouldn't grow if we elapse time pretty quickly. There we go. Ready for action. Just looks powerful, doesn't it? It looks so impressive. Okay, so not that one. This one here. Should we keep the sprayer here? Could keep it here. Saves doing a huge wheelie on the way back. I'd love to get one of these in real life. Like my long-term life goal is to be able to buy a large enough piece of land to grow trees and various vegetables and stuff, and have an old tractor like this to do some flailing and stuff like that. Maybe a bit of cultivation for the vegetables. Certainly not sort of a thing to make money out of, just for fun. And you know, trees are always good for the environment and stuff, and I do like trees. I like growing trees. I grow them from seed. So yeah, at some point in my life I'd love to do that. Okay, we're back at the farm. Manure is £600 at the biogas plant. So yeah, I was going to skip time, but actually I think what might be a better idea here is if we just put the times 5 and then get that lorry loaded up with the manure that we have, because we need the lorry anyway for the grain. So we've got to get this sold. My Merlot, if I'm not mistaken, is over at the sheep farm. So we're going to have to bring that back. But the way I'm going to do this is the same way as before. We basically put this where the, well, pretty much where the milk trigger is. Not where we've just put the tanker. And then we can just load over the fence. It works quite well. Did I put the milk? No, we can get in. It's fine. Because I could put this in the field, but I wouldn't really fancy driving on the grass field. Might get stuck. So yeah, we'll just put this here. It's fine. There we go. And nope, don't do that. Merlot is here. Currently has the bale fork. I need the buy-a-belts bucket. Do they want any more of that? Ah, they're taking it as they need it, so that's fine. Right. Okay. So I'll go and pick it up, and I'll see you over at the field. So the way I'm going to do the baling is by having course play going behind us, probably at the fence with the baler, because we do need to get it done pretty quickly, and also we do need to transfer the rest of the maize silage over here, because then I'm going to know exactly how much we have to transfer to the new map. The new map vote will be in probably the next episode, if not the next one, the one following. Okay, so I'll just continue moving this. That cow seems very interested, quite rightly. Obviously has a keen interest in machinery. Now there's not too much here, but it's still going to equate to quite a bit of money. £600 for 1,000 litres. The BGA is offering some good prices. Almost too heavy for this, but that is a seriously big bucket. Sorry about the lighting. I tried to elapse as much time as possible before midnight so that we could get as much manure out of them. Now I just need to get there in 3 minutes. Otherwise I'm going to have a few problems. Well, the problem being we're going to have to wait 24 hours. Oh, that's not good. Okay. We're off. The sky looks pretty bright in the mirrors. Interesting. So, 42,270 litres. This is good stuff. Okay, I can see something. That looks like the place to go to. Let's hope it's actually accepted. We have 1 minute, so the pressure is on. Yes, I didn't mean to stop the time quite so close. I didn't want to be so close to midnight, but there you go. Let's just hope it works. Good. Let's just jump out. We've got better lighting. Never do this, except for in a game. Should all fit. There we go. Good. So now we just have to wait for that. Oh, of course, it has to process, doesn't it? Blimey. Oh, blimey. Well, I know that's kind of cheating, but this isn't survival roleplay. Even that might not be enough time. Again, cutting it fine. I think it might just about process in time. A little bit's going to be in the next update. So, £25,361 from manure. That is good. Those cows are making some money. Well, now it is dark and everything. Let's get it back to morning, and then we can start harvesting. Come on, morning. There you are. Ah, beautiful. Lovely. So here we are at the field. I've just decided not to go in there. I'm going to park here, because then the traffic can still pass and we can get the combine in. So I'm going to get the Massey Ferguson onto the header. Still need to get that reconfigured. And then the plan is to get the headland done today. And I'm actually not going to have the worker with the baler behind me for the headland, because then the bales are going to be in the way. We'll do that ourselves last. The worker can join us when we're going up and down, which will be in the next episode. Classic rims. Free. Actually, yeah, the front loader can stay there. We don't need the front loader. Come on, front loader. I know you like us, but yeah, you stay here. Thank you. Couldn't bear to part with the front loader bracket. So actually, before we get the header into the field, I need to have the combine in the field. because I just want to go straight in. And let me just think about this. If we drive straight in the field, this is going to be facing into the crop, which is kind of typical. So, yeah, there's no way about this. The crop is going to get destroyed. The field is just not big enough. I didn't leave an opening. Although, there might be another entrance. I think there is another entrance. I don't want to get too obsessed with this, but yeah, let me just think. I think there's an entrance here somewhere. But it probably wouldn't make much of a difference. We'd still have to drive in the crop. So, yeah, let's just do this. Wait for the vehicles. And yeah, that is one huge benefit of using this. We can turn on the spot, so we don't have to destroy as much as we would have done. Right, okay, so that is hopefully, except for where the tractor is going to drive through, the only damage we're going to have. It is a negligible amount. I really do like this tractor, and I'd love to have the non-drop nose version, also known as the standard version. But yeah, we can't have too many Massey Fergusons on one series. I've tried to mix things up a bit. We've got other brands. Oh, it might be alright. I didn't have to go so far back. So once we have attached, I will pull forward, and then yeah, we're gonna bring the lorry in, but that's when we've harvested a bit. It's just gonna be easier. So yes, kind of facing the wrong way. I'll just go across the bottom first. That is a huge straw swath. It's a good yield. Okay, so that has given us a bit of space to manoeuvre. I think we won't need to shut the gate. We can just get that little bit at the end. There we go. And that lorry. We'll get the lorry in. Typical. Cars. Let's try and get in before them. Although, yeah, the space to get in for this is not good. Right, we're spun round. And we're in. So we're just going to park over here. Yeah, I don't know if this field did have the correct amount of nitrogen. That's the only thing I'm unsure about. Oh no, I think it did. Obviously it's going back to bad because that's where we've harvested. We have removed the nutrients. And we're removing it further by taking the straw off instead of chopping it. But yeah. Harvest is underway. In the next episode, when I do bale this, I might even take the bales away before we continue harvesting, because it just really depends where the bales land, but it can be really annoying. They can be completely in the way. Yeah, I could have the baler following us now, but I'd prefer just to leave it, and it allows me to do a bit of baling myself instead of the worker doing everything. So, I think two times around the headland will be adequate. And this is quite a big field.
Never giving up, no fight, not letting you out of my sight. Never giving up this time for real. Oh, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake
Okay, well I think we have pretty much done the headlands. I didn't need to go around twice, as it turns out, so I've just done the important areas. This header is huge. So we are ready to go with the worker behind us once we have done the headland, the baling of the headland. Yeah, I don't know if those birds are going to be in the way. Hard to tell. But the goal for the next episode is to complete this field completely. Complete it completely. Yeah. I need to think about what I say. And maybe even get into the carrot field. Just depends how many birds we have to move. But we're doing well. It has yielded very well. We have plenty of grain. Try and get that a little bit further in. And yeah, I think we're going to leave this here for today. We have a very busy episode next time. And I would say if we can do this field completely in the next episode, and then the carrots completely in the episode afterwards, there may be one more episode after that, but I think, yeah, we're going to be moving on to the new map, which is currently unknown. I'm not too sure which map it's going to be, but we will see. There will be a vote, so stay tuned. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.